Today's a really exciting day because we're out here in Montana at Dynojet. And we're gonna be throwing the Turbo Hayabusa on their dyno, putting the screws to it and seeing what kind of numbers we can get out of this bike. Fingers crossed this motor holds together. I'm excited, let's get to work. So a few weeks ago, I told you guys that we had something special going on with the Turbo Hayabusa, and this is it. It's not every day you get a chance to come out here to the Dynojet and use their professionals and their professional equipment. You see, this is actually pretty special. You can't actually call them and get an appointment to come here and do this. They have Dynojet authorized tuning centers all over the country, and you can find a list of those on their website. We'll put the link down in the description below. I hear some hammering going on in the background. Hopefully it's not a carpenter shop and it is a dyno shop, but we're gonna go in, see what's going on with the Busa, check out their facility, and have a lot of fun today.
Hi,
TJ,
Craig.
nice to meet you.
TJ Crow, pleasure.
Thank you for doing this for us. This is super exciting.
I'm excited too.
So we shipped it out here the other week, and I got a text then a few days later that you guys were having some running issues. What did I screw up?
So nothing major. It would start and idle fine, but we just kind of wanted to pre-run it, make sure we weren't going to run into any other gremlins, maybe upgrade the electronics, get it dialed for you like you were experiencing on the road quick. It was like get up to 30 miles an hour and then just like totally cut out.
Yeah.
And I was trying to add 80 points of fuel where there was like negative 30s in our cells, and the bike would still cut out. It would run for a little bit, and then it would go super lean, and then just cut back out. So traced it back, and it was actually the output fuel line. It had a big kink. So it came back here, went forward, then it went back. So we were just running out of fuel supply, which is why no matter how much injector I tried to spray, the pump would cavitate, and there was not enough fuel going through the line. Got that kind of situated, and then, yeah, next pull, it was like, whoa, this thing's really wanting to light. I don't want to go any further. That was when, yep, we want to do this with Craig, show him what our upgrade to the electronics might be, how we're going to actually dial it in once we throw it on the dyno with our new modern architecture.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. So we got the fuel issue figured out. We got a new AFR in here. We put a map sensor in the airbox.
It's a really good point. I appreciate you putting that in for us. So in PC3 days, we had a multifunction hub where we could pipe in a pressure input. The Power Commander 6 that we're going to be upgrading this to, it comes with the leg already there for you. So all you need is a hole in your airbox, or in this take your aluminum plenum, where we can grab that boost reference. So right now, this PC3 is throttle position and RPM only. There is no boost reference to the fuel mapping. In this case, since you put that in, we'll be able to run the Power Commander 6 leads right to it and just plug in.
Oh, cool. So we got it on the charger. We have some non-ethanol, and then I mixed in some C12 or C16, something.
Perfect.
Some VP. So we should be running at about 100, maybe just over octane.
That's at least something to give us some protection against detonation. I know you went through and you built this with some Carrillo rods and low compression pistons.
Yep. We do have stock crank, and I think these stock Busa cranks are good for 600 horsepower, something crazy, right? And then we're running our base plate. So with boost, you want low compression. So we're running a base plate, and we got our cylinders, and then our head was built by Rob Bush. The head is CNC ported, bigger valves, heavier springs. The head should be built for like 10 pounds of boost. We have bigger injectors. Like, I think the motor is gonna be good for 400 to 450 horsepower. I don't think we're gonna get those kind of numbers out of this bike, just because, you know, you have to do a lot more stuff to hit those numbers. And we don't necessarily want those numbers either, because I want to be able to ride on the road.
Absolutely, make it street friendly.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we have plenty of motor. I think we got great parts in the motor. I think we got great help with TJ. I'm really excited to see what we can do. Throw in the comments what you think we'll get out of this when we're done. I'm excited to see. What's our next step here?
We'll get it off the charger. I just did that in case we do have more hard starting issues. We'll pop the rest off and get to installing the Power Commander 6.
Okay, cool. All right, while we're heading over here to the other building to grab our Power Commander 6, I'm gonna take a minute and talk about this week's sponsor, Ridge Wallet. You see, the last couple of weeks, we've been playing around with a lot of cool stuff from the 1990s. And guess what? They just released some really cool throwback 90s gear that you guys can get too. They have the new Ridge 2.0 wallet. It's 10% lighter. It holds the new Ridge AirTag very well. And it also has a new money clip band. This wallet, guys, I've been carrying my Ridge wallet and my Ridge keychain for about 3 years now, and there's not much wear there. Pretty soon I'll have to replace it. But guess what? With Ridge's Built for Life warranty, if you need replacement parts for your gear, they're free. Lost or stolen gear, you're gonna get a massive discount on replacements from Ridge. Oh, you know what else? This is no kidding. I didn't even plan this. But my phone just died. I grabbed my Ridge power bank, and it just sticks onto the back of my phone, and it's gonna charge my phone on the go. Now, I mentioned the cool 1990s designs. Check these out. And then we're gonna put some pictures. They even have the new chain drive wallets, but that's all right. If you're not a chain drive wallet kind of guy, it's removable. Don't worry about it. I like my Ridge gear. Like I said, I've been using it for years, and I think you'll like it too. Check out ridge.com/TBM. We're gonna put it right here and in the description for 10% off your next order. Join the Ridge family, check out their stuff. I use it, I love it, and I know you will too. Let's go get this Power Commander. Zach, is there a Zach here?
What's going on?
Hey, you Zach?
Yeah,
I'm Craig.
Craig, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. TJ sent me over here to find you so we can throw a Power Commander 6 together to throw into that Hayabusa.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're in the right spot?
Yeah,
Sweet.
Definitely. Cool.
What do we got? This looks like, I'm gonna say shipping and receiving, because I see shelves and forklifts.
Yep, receiving all up here. This is all of our raw materials. It all comes in through over here, gets received in and thrown on the shelf over here. So everything, boards, cables, belts, boost tubes, everything you need to build any of our parts is gonna be in here. So Power Commander 6 for your Hayabusa that we're gonna build today is gonna be one of these boards right here. So we'll just grab one of these guys, and then we're gonna get a cable as well. So let's see what cable we need here. We need a 76950-444 and 444 right here. So here's our cable. We're gonna grab one of these guys, and this will ultimately get soldered onto this board. So just those little wires right there, get soldered onto here in the right holes. So a whole bunch of different holes, those 4, and we'll have a drawing for that down in the production area.
These holes?
Correct, yep. Gotcha. Yeah, so yeah, we'll head down there and check that out now that we got these parts, and go catch up with Sherry and see how she does it.
All right, cool. I saw something over here that I thought was pretty neat. I wanna show you guys really quick. These coils, these are all rolls of pins, electrical pins, different size wires, different plugs. But yeah, these are all, like I said, this is all the raw material. So these are all the pins that would go into the plugs.
Yeah, you've got a whole aisle of plugs here for different stuff.
So see here how we have 2 different style plugs. This is actually the style Harley runs, I believe. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, really. This plug's different. They're all different. So that's why we have so many different pins. My word, there's a lot of science going on here. Cool, I just thought that was really neat. It's not every day you get to see this stuff in just its raw form before it gets made into actual products that we can use. So anyway,
yeah.
So we picked up what we need here. We're gonna go over to building 4 and see how this here gets put together. So now we're in building 4, and this is where all the electronics and consumer products get assembled. So now we're gonna take that board and that cable and somehow have a Power Commander 6 when we get down to the end of the aisle. I don't know, we're gonna figure out how.
Okay, so we'll jump in here. Sherry's gonna help us out with this. She is the Power Commander 6
Hi, Sherry,
master.
nice to meet you.
Yeah. We soldered the cable to the board already.
Okay.
This one has 2 cables.
Okay,
that
gotcha.
We rework and put them into one, make one cable, and then solder it to the board.
My kids got into RC cars, and I have to learn how to solder, and it's like black magic. Okay. So now we have the cables soldered to the board, and now you're putting it in this machine.
And this is gonna load it and test it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna send a lot of the same signals as what the bike would send to it, just to make sure that the wiring's correct, we're getting the right power to it, files that we're putting in are the correct files, just making sure that when you get it and plug it into your bike, you're good to go, squared away.
So if somebody ordered, say you order 1,500 boards, the manufacturer may only be checking 5 of the 1,500. You're now checking every single board before it goes out.
Yep, and our work that we do to it. So the soldering of the cables, making sure that there's good connections there. Yeah, nothing happened to it in transit, just making sure we cover all of our bases.
Yeah, well, we're running at 4,000 RPMs.
All right, that's all good stuff. So we'll do our final test on it.
And then you changed this piece out here depending on what bike you're building the Power Commander for, because of the plugs will be different and everything.
Yeah, correct. We have all these devices. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Many options.
Uh-huh.
Pop it in this little box here.
Okay, that's your cable stay, so that's going to clamp the cable in place.
And we have this nice little cart that was made up just so they sit nice on here.
It's pretty festive. We got sheeps.
So there's a little hole on the board here that I'm gonna
Oh, and that shot it out another hole.
Yeah, and so I just kind of wait till it fills up, and that's gonna ensure that it's underneath pretty well. And then I'll shoot it in over here, and you kind of see how it pops up a little bit too. And then just make sure all the terminals are good and covered.
This gets potted for a couple different reasons. I'm guessing it's gonna help like water seal and environmentally seal it. It's also gonna help with vibration so that things don't come loose. It's gonna hold everything solid. It's gonna keep the 200-pound gorillas from going in there and messing stuff up. It protects that from us guys messing with stuff. Anything else the potting does?
Really just that weatherproofing the thing so you could put it on your dirt bike, whatever you want, and not have to worry about the board getting damaged.
Cool. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought it was. The potting, I thought it was, like I thought it was more of a process, honestly.
Pretty easy, yeah. It sits here for about 20 or 30 minutes, and when it's all dry, we'll box it up with all its little goodies. Its cables and stickers.
The stickers, some of the Velcro to hold it in place, an alcohol wipe to clean.
Dynojet stickers in there.
Those stickers add horsepower as well.
I'm sure they do. So over here we map it.
So they're doing all the R&D and getting all the information from the R&D center, which is where we've been hanging out. And then that is translated over to here. And now we're gonna add that to the actual commander unit itself. Because other than the plugs, the boards are pretty much generic.
For the most part, yeah. So one board, for example, this 26 is probably gonna go into, I don't know, 30 or 40 different top level units.
Okay.
Some of them are more than that. Some of them are vehicle specific, like this vehicle needs this one board.
So we originally checked up there on that first machine, and that checked the board itself and the solder joints and all that. Now we're gonna add the actual maps and information to the unit. So if you have a 2007 Hayabusa like what we're working on, and maybe it's a stock Busa, they'll give you a couple different tune options inside the unit, right from the factory, once you pull it out of the box.
All right, and then here we get our serial number. And there we go. We get it in our inventory system, send it on this cart here, and it'll move on over to the shipping.
So, okay, that was awesome. I was wondering how this got put together. That was fantastic. So then it goes onto the cart. The cart gets pushed into the warehouse, goes from the warehouse, and the shipping gets sent to guys like us.
Correct.
And we put it on our bikes and go fast.
So this is our supermarket, if you will, or our Amazon warehouse. So all of our top level stuff comes over here. Let's find your Hayabusa PC6 here.
I won't lie, I've always dreamed of being able to go into a place like this and just pull a part off the shelf and walk out the door with it and put it on my bike. Finally getting that chance.
So we've got our PC6 20023 PTI for the 2007 Hayabusa right there.
Yeah,
that's what you're after.
That's what we need. Cool.
Good to go. All right, I got work to do, so why don't you guys go ahead and get out of here.
All right, we'll scram. We'll get out of your hair.
Good luck with the Hayabusa.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for showing us what you guys do. This is really awesome. All right, we're gonna go throw this on the bike. See you guys.
Take care.
That was really cool getting to see how all this stuff here is assembled. And I got to pick this right off the Dynojet shelf, walk it across the parking lot into their R&D facility so we can throw it on the Busa. Look at that, Power Commander 6. Ooh la la. Now, I'm not great at math, but 3 to 6, 3 times better, or twice as better.
So they tell me.
So here's what we got.
And there's some stickers in there, and you know how much horsepower each one of those are worth.
Dude, that's what, 3 or 4? We got our USB cable, so you can plug that into your computer.
Yep.
And do all the fun stuff. We got our plugs so that it's water resistant.
And we actually do 2 install guides or 2 places to get your installation instructions. This one that's inside every box is a generic landing page for consumers on the site. If they scan this one, they just go there, they enter their part number, it pops up. If you want your specific install guide, we sticker that right to the side of the box.
Oh.
So this is like, if I lose my box or I kept this, you can at least get there through one of these 2 ways. That one's specific for this bike, for this guide, whereas this one on here is just get you to Dynojet and the landing.
And then you can figure it out from there.
Yep.
Cool.
So out with the old, in with the new.
That's exciting.
So you'll see like on the extra leg of the harness that we have here, PC3 USB was just a ground and our big fuel injector connector.
All right.
And then the new one, Power Commander 6, has an extra leg of the harness coming out. We see our similar round connector. And the ground, this is that TMAP sensor leg that transforms this into a PTI unit, PTI being pressure, temperature, input. And this is what we're gonna plug into that TMAP sensor that you put in your aluminum plenum. Okay.
So when somebody buys this Power Commander 6, can they just plug it into their bike and go? It's plug and play? Or can they start downloading and playing with different maps and go from there?
Little of both. So every Power Commander will come preloaded with like a base map for a stock exhaust, stock intake.
Yep.
Neither of which are on this bike anymore. So the customizable map that's in here will take a lot of fine tweaking, especially given our setup on the injectors and everything. So if it wasn't a heavy build like this and you're just maybe you've got a slip-on your dirt bike or a different system on your UTV, yeah, we're gonna have a stock improved map in there already for you.
Okay.
And then, yep, you can tune it yourself after that, or for your application, we might have a stock improved. We might have one for a slip-on, one for a full exhaust, whatever it might be on our site. So you can just download those pre-configured ones and stick them into your Power Commander should it kind of fit your application.
Okay. So then I can go into and buy some tunes?
We do have select premium tunes. Most of them are free for download from our website, and we're talking map files for all of our consumer products. It could be a flash or a tune, it could be a Power Commander map, whatever it is, most of them are free. In the cases of the highly advanced XP Turbos and Can-Ams, spent a lot of R&D time getting those tunes dialed. So yeah, those you can exchange universal tokens for on our website for a nominal fee, and now you have that utmost tune for your vehicle.
But for the 90% of us guys out there that aren't racing and building radical builds, once you buy into the Dynojet ecosystem, you guys aren't then upselling tune after tune after tune.
No.
You buy into the family and you're
there.
You're there.
Yep. All right. So that'll be our ground once we start hooking everything up. But I think we can button most of this battery tray and other stuff back up.
Now, can you put a third-party tune in these?
Absolutely. Yeah. The Power Commander 6 or any of our devices, it's like, yeah, Dynojet has something for you. Or you could DIY it, do it yourself. Or we always give props to our certified tuning centers, our tuning dealers out there. You can take this to your local dyno facility and they could do the tuning for you. Mm-hmm. And then on our website, our dealer locator, you can see all the dealers, and then there will be a little badge next to each of them that says certified tuning dealer. Okay, I think we can keep plugging down through here.
I'll grab the battery. So we plug that in quick.
Yeah. Oh, PC6 is on. Tail section.
Throw the tail back on.
Okay, so we're basically back together.
Cool, so...
Enough BS?
Now we're ready. We actually weren't sure if that bike was gonna fire up, but I think he switched around a couple, might have pulled some information out of the 3, put it in there, so it did fire up and run in the dyno. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all that information out of the PC3, load it into the 6, and we're gonna start tuning from there. And it's just gonna clean up and clean up and clean up. I'm gonna pick lunch really quick, and then we're gonna dyno.
So yeah, this will be mapping, tuning, numbering. This will be what the dyno is reading at all times. The cool part about Dynojet software is you can overlay this any different way you'd like. I could put ignition adjust if I was ignition capable. Here, I could put an AFR gauge over here.
Here's where we're starting. We actually pulled the charge tube off of here, so we're gonna start tuning naturally aspirated. That way TJ can dial in the fuel tables a little better. We know we're gonna be safe. And once we're happy with the fuel tables here being naturally aspirated, we're gonna throw the charge tube back on, and then we're gonna start tuning for the boost. This is gonna give us a bike that is a lot more streetable. It's gonna run through the throttle positions all the way from 0 to full throttle a lot better. If we just started doing wide open throttle runs on this and tuning from there, it's not gonna give us the fine tuning that we want. And I'll be honest, I'm not riding this thing around the street wide open throttle. So we're gonna take the time, we're gonna do it right, we're gonna make it very streetable, very rideable, and then we're gonna start adding boost and making it very powerful. I'm excited. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I can't believe we're doing this. I love Dyno Day and Dirt Bike Day. They're my 2 favorite days. All right, guys, we got a big fire extinguisher. We got a big fan. We have another big fan, and we're gonna have a lot of fun.
What I did right there was calibrate the throttle position. So just quick whack it to wide open, make sure I capture the low voltage and the high voltage of our throttle position sensor. So I stay in my 0% column and then my 100% column.
Are you changing fuel to bring down idle?
Yeah, I'm changing fuel at idle. You'll notice it's running at like 13 at idle. pretty rich still. So I can just keep pulling fuel right here. That might be a little lean. Seems happy. And as this gets warmer, I'll continue to modulate that, like idling good cold, sure. Idling good hot, I'll have to find that happy medium.
A lot of what you just did there by your ear.
A little bit, yeah. I started to realize, like, I know I'm not gonna keep all of the throttle positions happy because I got this big turbo there, I got these short runners, I got a weird airbox. So it's like I can do most of this driving area where I know it's not gonna start to build boost. So yeah, when it starts to like, okay, that was bad down at 15% throttle, let's fix that. But out at 80 and 100, like, I kind of expect that. The bike wants to eat. The turbo's got a whole bunch of air going. Like, I can't get them all, but I can at least refine this bottom area.
Yeah.
So this was purely for drivability, kind of on-off throttle response, minor boost if there is any. Because out at, 80% throttle at $4,000, this thing should be booking a little bit, and we'll do that in the pressure table. So a lot of these I may have to come back and refine. Engine still held together. Good job, Craig.
Thanks. There's nobody more nervous than I was, if I'm being honest.
So anyway, yeah, we'll throw the charge tube back on. I might polish this a little bit.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we have the charge tube back on, and we're gonna go into our pressure side and our pressure table and start adjusting some of those numbers. So we just started on the NA side. We got the throttle position and RPM settings on the fuel table naturally aspirated where we want them. Now, we didn't take that all the way out to 60, 80, and 100% throttle and higher RPMs because that's where it's going to start building boost. So we left that part alone. Now we have the charge tube back on, we're going to be adding boost. So that 20% all the way up to 100% throttle and into our higher RPMs, say 6,000 and above, that is what we're now going to be dialing in. And then once that's set, we kind of know our foundation is built, right? So this is like part 2 of building the foundation, and then it's time to have some fun. Can you draw a cat? Look at that, just sketch.
A goose.
It's a goose.
Numbers, I pulled the zeros out, I'm ramping it back in. So I just gotta find that happy medium where it's gonna cross over so that it's not at a constant throttle. Yes, my boost is going down and to the right, but you gotta have that nice smooth transition so it doesn't go like, yeah, I was lean, now I started to go too lean, and then I dip right back down and then it starts overfueling.
So you're watching that AFR number up on the top right, is what you're watching.
When I kind of revved it up, I heard like this tack tack.
Yeah, that might have been the mount for the radiator hitting the exhaust.
How would the battery be getting low? Not worried about it being lean or anything. It's been running in the 10s most of the day.
Yeah.
But why
Yeah.
It's like rack-a-tack. Fuel's warm, so it's bubbling.
We vapor locked?
Yeah, I did that after our pre-run for like, it was like, if this thing was 160 degrees, it'd be lucky, but yeah, it was bubbling.
We kick on fuel line when we set the tank back down? Or a vent line?
It looks like it's trying to push the cap out right now.
Yeah, we don't want to open that. I mean, I can hold this down if we want to slowly, but that scares me a little bit. So a little drip of oil here, and there was a little drip of oil here.
Why it's cranking over hard, like after it'd been running for a while, was like, well, that's odd.
Yeah. Why is it getting so hot though? Do we just let it cool off and...
Maybe. Should we just let it cool off, throw a tender on it?
I guess. Let this gas stop bubbling. All right, guys, I'm starting to get a little nervous here again. This has been a roller coaster for sure. The bike got really hot all of a sudden. It made a little funny noise, and there was a little puff of, I don't know if a drip of oil dropped and hit something hot and gave us a little puff, but it sounds like our fuel is bubbling. So we've just had the bike off for a little while. We're letting things cool down now. We're gonna put a battery tender to it. Ow, 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 that's hot. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. We're gonna pull some plugs and we're gonna look. And one thing I learned is dirt bikes are a lot less stressful because if you break them, they're not as expensive to fix. Yeah, I mean, it's not awful.
No.
It's clean. Well, we didn't find pieces, so that's good. Our plugs look good. So here's what we're doing. Right now, nothing. Because we're not 100% sure what direction we want to head here. The last thing I want to do is blow a motor doing something silly. Like, there's no sense we just waste money in a motor. These heads are getting super hard to find, right? They're not making first-gen Busa heads anymore. So I hate to destroy a head. I'm working my way to having a really good collection of not running bikes scattered all over the country. Let's start diagnosing here a little bit. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop oil and we're gonna look at oil. We're gonna see if we have flakes or any sort of evidence of anything. After we drop the oil, I think I'm gonna start working at pulling a valve cover. We'll pull the valve cover and that'll give us access to the cams, the cam chain. We'll be able to see the top of the head and all that stuff. If there is nothing obvious there, that means the head needs to come off. Anyway, we're gonna start at the start and we're gonna drop the oil. And we're gonna see what we see, and then we're gonna go to step 2. Let's make some lemons out of lemonade here real quick, Dan. We haven't had this much room to work on something in quite a while.
No, this is really nuts. Finally, I don't have to listen to you complain about lack of table space.
Yeah, I wanna make sure this drain pan is nice and clean. So anything that ends up in here after we drop the oil, I know came out of our bike. It's the cleanest drain pan I've ever seen.
How are we looking so far?
Feels so like useless when I fly and I don't have my, I don't know why I don't have my flashlight, but I didn't have my pocket knife or anything. It seemed like most of the noise was coming from the left side of the motor. It did seem to sound like top end. The other thing, guys, is I am dragging here a hair just because I started getting a little sick, not feeling great. This didn't help, but we're gonna power through it. Okay. So up here we got our valve cover. Not too many bolts holding that on, not super hard to pull. However, first thing we do need to get off is gonna be the plenum, and then we're gonna pop our coil sticks, and then we're gonna start popping those valve covers, bolts, and seeing what we can see while that is finished draining. Pop the hood, it's a car show. I'm understanding. I'm understanding why this bike was free and why it was given to us. I think it is. I honestly think this bike might be cursed.
It might have blown itself up for the 3rd time. What do we do? If we open it up and like the engine...
What do we do?
Give it what it wants? Let it rest in pieces.
Let it rest in pieces. Let's grab, we gotta pop this off there. All right, what's next? Danielson? Okay.
We have to take these carbs off, which
Not,
were really fun to put on.
not right now. So here, I'll teach you something here really quick, Dan. These actually aren't carburetors. These are throttle bodies because it's a fuel injected bike, right?
That's right, yeah.
Now they look like carburetors, and they act pretty much just like carburetors. We turn this, we have our throttle cable here, and that's manually controlling our butterflies in here, like a carburetor, or sometimes carburetors have slides. Have our fuel rail, putting in the fuel pressure, putting it into the carbs, open this up, allowing all that air to come past, mix with our fuel, atomize it, put it in the combustion chamber, and make it go bang. Now, I guess one thing we can do here, if I were to find a flashlight, what I'm doing here is looking down throttle bodies so I can see valves. Just want to see if I see anything obvious. I gotta come to this side to see these two. Well, I see, I'm not seeing any obvious damage. I just wanted to check for some quick obvious damage there. I'm not seeing anything. So far, so good.
It did not nuke itself in the way it was nuked when we got it.
That's true. That is true. It broke a valve. You can see the head of the valve is sideways. Here, it's supposed to look like that.
Oh.
Satisfying little pop there. Now, we only have these 6 bolts and we can pop our valve cover off. You know what I just realized?
What'd you realize?
We're at Dynojet, and they just handed us a key to their R&D building. Nobody else is here. Like, look around, Dan. It's
Should we be telling people this?
well, as long as we don't do anything stupid, we should be all right. But like, I mean, you want to talk about accommodating?
It is very accommodating. There's a vending machine next to us that just says free, and I'm about like a couple minutes away from just putting this camera down and taking a Butterfinger.
I give them my Butterfinger. Oh, they do. Dude, that is my favorite. I love Butterfinger. All right, and drum roll, please.
This is the best I could do.
Okay, don't ask for a lot, Dan.
Using all my fingers.
I was gonna have a stress-free life, but then they gave me a Busa. I was gonna have a lot of fun on YouTube, then he gave me a Busa.
My shop was gonna be curse-free.
Until I got the Busa. My life was going great until I said I'll take the Busa.
Newest hit on Cartoons. Even though it has valves.
That's probably what makes it suck so hard.
Now I'm crying at Dynojet. And I know why.
They gave me a key to Dynojet, and I don't know why. Come on, come off there. Boy, I really thought that would come off there a little easier than what it is.
I was drum rolling for you.
You
what was I drum rolling for?
How long have you been drum rolling?
I gave up. I gave up
thanks.
a little bit ago. Sorry. Brrr, brrr.
We gotta play that clip. You know we do. All right, what am I doing here? Craig. I really thought I could wiggle that out of there without pulling them throttle bodies. Just get a little more rammy.
Craig, you know what you need after this?
Tell me, Dan.
Some lemon pound cake.
What the heck? What the heck, yo? How do you not get so frustrated when working on bikes? I'm trying to take off the least amount as possible because we're gonna be getting on an airplane here shortly, and I don't want this thing like completely disassembled all over their deal. The last thing I wanna do is take apart this bike, peace out, and hop on an airplane and fly home. That's not super cool.
Ooh. Whole thing moved. That must mean you got it off. So, okay, now that we checked valves, what's the next thing that you're checking specifically?
Well, this here's gonna get us into that top here of this head so we can see everything. We can see our valves, see our valve caps, or our cams, cam caps, our timing chain, an oil line.
Our oil cap.
This is a real puzzle, I tell you. How can I take this? Hey, that was easy. So what I'm gonna do right now is just look for anything obvious that would be making that ticking noise. One of the things I thought it could be was this little cam position sensor. If that maybe somehow moved a little or did a little something and was making contact with the actual sensor, which is right here. This is our sensor. Yo.
That should have been us, Craig.
It should have been us, Dan. Should have been us. I'm not seeing any obvious signs.
What do you see?
I don't know if that was there prior to. It's from cam gear.
Oh, that's like a scrape or like a divot?
Yeah, it's a scrape with a bit of a divot. And I'll be honest, I didn't notice that before, but it could have been there. Kind of doesn't look super fresh. Like I feel like it would be shinier. Cowboy coffee. It doesn't look fresh. Let's see if we notice anything on the cam gears. I am not seeing anything obvious on this head. Cam lobes all look good. All right, I'm just gonna see if anything is visibly loose.
Let's make C.
Let's make C. Let's make C. I don't know what that means, but we're gonna do it. Yeah, all that's tight. All that stuff is tight. I'm not seeing anything really obvious here. And right off the hop, I don't know if I'm seeing something correctly or incorrectly, but I'm seeing something. I'm gonna find hardware store. I'll find a hardware store and get a flashlight.
Why don't we just, there's a bunch of tools around here. Why don't we just ask if someone has if there's a flashlight around here? Here, do you want me to go rummaging?
No idea.
What are you doing?
I don't know, but my phone started playing music, so I might as well dance. I may have found something if you got a second to look. Okay, we're gonna have to look from both sides. Let's start on that side and here. Okay, we're gonna look at cam chain and cam chain engagement on the cam gears.
Okay.
See how the cam gears like up flush in the valley of the cam? Yeah, a little hard to see, but see how that's kind of like, see how that's down on there good?
Yep.
Let's look at the other side quick. Now, if you look through here without do we not have good solid engagement there?
Yeah. That, radius of curvature as it comes around, it should be in contact with that, like until it reaches that point of inflection and goes whatever, straight or, it shouldn't be, slack like a motorcycle chain.
Right.
In between here.
Oh crap. I just turned my phone to another language. I don't know.
It's a lot of space right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like there's way too much space there.
So, okay, let's think about this for a second. If we have degreeable cams, is there a way maybe I jumped could it be the slightest of valve?
Yeah. Because if that was like half a tooth off or it's trying to ride high on the teeth, that thing's gonna be bowstring tight.
Yeah.
Cam chain.
Why don't I just back off the cam chain tensioner then? Let's do that, because I'll be really stupid if I pull a thread or something in them valve caps. TJ, you'd hear me yell, and I don't yell very often. So here's my thought. Tell me if I'm crazy, but put this through your mechanical brain for a second. If I back this off, I pop that bridge, double check timing.
Timing each cam for sure.
Time each cam, make sure everything's looking good. I would almost bet that this is I wouldn't be afraid if this is all making sense to put it back together and try it again.
Okay.
Okay, that is backed off as far as it can go. I have that chain loose. We weren't getting good mesh on our exhaust cam gear and cam chain. Do I put the bridge on and then tension? Do I tension, then put the bridge on? I know I gotta check timing with the bridge on, and I thought at tension, but I'm not 100% sure. So what we're gonna do is turn the camera off for a minute. I'm gonna reboot. I'm gonna think about this for a hot second. I may even consult the manual. Problem is, these came stock with auto cam tensioners, so it's not gonna tell us about a manual cam chain tensioner. However, there are forums out there, and believe it or not, people on forums know everything. I'm not sure what's smarter, the comment section of a YouTube video or a forum, but here we are.
You guys duke it out.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm feeling good because at least I see something that I don't like, and we're still in the top end. I only have the valve cover off. Heck, I didn't even pull cam caps yet. Fingers crossed I can figure out what's going on down here in betwixt the stuff we got down in here. Well, back in a minute, don't go anywhere. Or go grab some cereal. Heck, it's Saturday morning. Go take a wee, go grab some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'll be back in a minute. I don't know. What do you think, Monty? You got it?
I think we got it. I think we got it.
And I hope we got it. All right, here's what we think we got. Sorry I turned the camera off for a while. Here's the deal. It's 10 o'clock. I don't know if you can tell, but it's dark. That means it's 12 o'clock our time. That means I'm hammered. Not hammered, I'm shot, I'm tired. They actually gave us the keys to the building and we're like, here you go, lock up when you leave. Believe it or not. So it's just Monty, our boy Monty. And if he looks familiar, you've probably seen him a lot on Kincaid Pavich's channel. This is his boy. And he's here helping us, making sure we don't burn the place down while we're here. So we double check. Here's what we found. The cam chain seemed to be lifted up a little bit on our exhaust cam gear. It wasn't sitting quite right. I don't know what was happening, if I screwed something up in the manual cam chain tightening process or what. And I think, fingers crossed, that could have been what we heard. I'm not seeing any other visible or obvious damage anywhere in the motor here on the top end, and I'm trying to, I don't want to just rip things apart, kind of being, what's the word? Diligent? Yes. Trying to be diligent about it. Now, the oil looked pretty good. I mean, it was break-in oil. It didn't look awful. No. So I'm happy with that. I wasn't happy with what we found on that cam chain. So I went through and got everything reset. We double, tripled, quadruple checked the timing. Monty checked it twice. I checked it a bunch. I'm gonna check it again in the morning because, again, it's late and we've been at this for a while now. So here's where we're at. I think we got our timing set. That's the thinking part of this whole thing. The rest of it, I think we can attack pretty quick in the morning. It's gonna be, I'm gonna double check the timing again. Fresh brain, fresh eyes kind of deal. We're gonna put our bridge on. We're gonna put our valve cover cap on. We're gonna throw our throttle bodies on, hook the cables up, hook our lines back up. We got oil back in it, and then we're gonna fire it up. And if it sounds good and not scary, we're gonna throw this thing back on the dyno first thing in the morning and see what we can do. That's just where we're at here at the moment, right? We've done, I think, everything we can do with what we got to do it with. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, man. Like, goofy. You know, what do you do when life gives you lemons? You make lemon pound cake. Fingers crossed, guys. We'll see you in the morning. I'm going to bed. All right, it is the next day. We got a couple hours of sleep last night. We came back in early this morning. I double, triple checked the timing. Monty double checked the timing with me as well. Threw everything back together. We just fired up the bike for the first time. Oil pressure's right there. I think we're ready to try this again. Bike sounds better. I don't know, guys. I'm tired. It's been a long few days, but I'm excited to see if we can get this back on the dyno and make some numbers, see what happens. Okay, we're gonna go table down. We're gonna leave the rear seat off so that we can get to our PC6. Do you ride it in them or push them in? Ride them in. Ready?
If you think, yeah, fit on through. Not in the chalk, you're off it. There you go.
here's what we're doing. We're gonna ease back into this. We got it up onto the dyno. A couple things we're gonna watch is our temperature. We're gonna make sure that we're staying in temps. I don't know what happened last time. So right now, TJ is setting up some parameters here so that he can keep an eye on certain things, like the temperature.
I haven't even looked at any of the runs that I actually recorded the other day. The last run we recorded, it was like 11.5 down to 10.5, so it's really rich still. Yeah, the last run we did was like 25% throttle, and it ran up to 4.4 pounds of boost. Yeah, I can deal with 4 pounds. 4 or 5 pounds is a safe day.
All right, guys, let's say a little prayer, cross our fingers.
Maybe it's just like, you think it's that radiator vibrating against it? Revving it up any more than we were doing out there. What's that?
Let's just go a little.
Okay. I'm starting to half wonder, like, maybe it's nothing engine related. It could be, like I mentioned, we had to weld that little turbo downpipe. Maybe there's another flange, like in one of the cylinders that's just rattling. It could be like behind your countershaft sprocket and like this little gear sensor, and like something's just hanging off the back. It might be totally fine, Craig. You did a great job building this thing. You went back through it. The oil looked fine. There's no chunks of metal. So whenever we're hearing something just rattle around, of course we want to be concerned, but it might just be chassis based. Like I was grabbing the kickstand.
Yeah, right.
Any one of these things could make noise.
Flaps a little here. Some of this is loose.
Yeah, we're just a little hypersensitive at the moment. I don't blame us. You put a lot of time into this.
I can guarantee I'm hypersensitive to this, to the sounds of this. Do you think do we just try a run?
Yeah, I mean, I could do a wide open pull and just watch it. And if it's gonna scatter, it'll be right then. Now that we've managed boost a little bit better, it's not spiking to 11 or something like that, it's gonna be plenty rich now.
Okay, I feel like we've done everything we can do. We've taken all the precautions we can take.
I got a fire extinguisher right there.
We got a fire extinguisher right there. We got cameras.
If parts scatter, you just jump on the seat because they usually come out the side.
Okay. If parts scatter, going dirt biking.
There you go.
After I clean up the mess, I guess. Obviously now we're past the point of trying to tune it for absolute max perfection. Right now, guys, this is all for you.
It's gonna hold together, we hope.
We're doing this for you. Am I doing it?
It's up to you, really. It's your bike.
Yes.
Okay. TJ, you're just gonna have to walk me through it. Are we gonna do like a third gear, fourth gear?
We'll do a fourth gear roll on. I can drive your pendant for you if you just want to watch the bike. I can be the start-stop guy if you want.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so we'll just kind of start it, drop it first, let the clutch out, get it rolling, and then short shift, second, brap, third, brap, fourth, brap. Let it settle down to like probably between $3,000 and $4,000. I'll hit the sample button and you whack it.
Whack it or roll it?
Whack it.
Okay. Whack away.
That it was like rich, and then just like really lean, and then it really didn't make anything after that.
The suspense is killing me.
I know. Well, just even on that run, yeah, it wasn't running great. It didn't sound good, but so you whack the throttle, you're wide open. Engine is having a hard time spooling up. It's running 12.9, and it's already building 2 pounds of boost, but it's making 23 horsepower. and then just a couple second later, it's still running the same, and then it just decides to build a little bit more boost, gain some RPM, and then go really lean. But it was still making that like sound. Doesn't have me, I want to say optimistic, but it's a very odd transition for like it to go be kind of solid, rich enough, and then boop, when really nothing changed. That's a weird one.
Oh, you know though, I got some oil coming, just seeping out of this valve cover gasket here a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like maybe valve cover gasket could be dripping a hair. I got a little drip of oil on the bottom of that one throttle boot. I'd almost be inclined to call it.
Okay.
All right, guys, that didn't go quite according to plan. One, I'm happy that the motor has held together this long. Number two, I'm happy with the numbers that we got to see on the dyno. Now, unfortunately, those numbers happened in the pre-runs actually before we got to town. Dynojet and the guys at Dynojet were super accommodating. They let us ship the Busa out here a few weeks leading up to today, and they put it on the dyno and made a couple runs. Here's what we got. The first run showed 159 horsepower. The second run, as things heated up, loosened up a little bit, and we're getting some tables dialed, showed 214 horsepower. After dialing things a little bit better, the third run, we got a number of 224 horsepower, and that is without having the maps 100% perfected. I started doing some numbers in my head last night, and right off the cuff, if I can do math halfway correct, I figure I have about $10,000 worth of money into this motor. That's a lot of money. That head alone on here, I destroy one of those, I'm out $5,000. And I'll be honest, I'm not really into that. I don't know if you can tell, guys, but I'm pretty bummed. This is not how I expected this to go. But go it did. You know, sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I had a choice to make. I had 2 hours left in the day. I could either spin my wheels trying to get this Busa to work, or I could hang out with my new buddies, Kincaid and Monty, grab a dirt bike and go have some fun out in the mountains. And I chose the latter because you know what? It's not every day I'm out in Montana and have the chance to go ride some dirt bike with some buddies. And I took the opportunity to do that. So what does that mean for the Turbo Busa? Well, I got myself into a bit of a pickle. You see, now I have a motorcycle that's sitting 2,000 miles away from me, and I'm not 100% sure what to do. What I do know is we've had that bike for the last 2 years, and I've thought about it every day for the last 2 years. I'm gonna take the next couple months off of thinking about it. We're gonna regroup and we're gonna figure something out. A big thank you to Dynojet for being so accommodating and opening their doors to us, and a huge thank you to Ridge for sponsoring this video and making this trip possible. Go to ridge.com/TBM and get 10% off your next order. Join the Ridge family. We're gonna put all the information down in the description. Guys, sometimes you win them and sometimes you don't, but don't stop trying. Find yourselves a bike or a car, plane, train, boat. Don't do a boat. Do a boat, what do I care? Have fun, start wrenching, start learning something. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. I don't know where to walk to, Dan.